I'm at Book People, the largest independent bookstore in Texas, and I'm on the hunt for as many fall books as I can fit in my backpack. It's time to go book shopping, fall version. Anyway, this is a super spontaneous video. Literally this morning, no idea that I was gonna film this video today, but then I was making a little list in my head of, oh, I need to get this book for my book club, I need to get this book for this video, I need to get this book because fall vibes. Actually, all of them are fall vibes. Should I go book shopping today and get all these videos? No, books. We can't buy videos. Well, movies. We're buying books. Anyway, I have a little list in my head of all the books that I want to buy today. And then I'm also just intrigued to see what else is at the bookstore. I feel like there are so many cute, like, cozy fall romances, mystery thrillers, horrors. Honestly, I was talking about this with a friend the other day. I wish October was 4 months long because it feels like I have to cram every horror, thriller, cozy fall romance into 30 days. And I just want to read 50 books in the next 30 days, which is not humanly possible. But today, there's a few books on my list that I think some of you guys are gonna be very excited that I'm purchasing because some are very iconic books that I'm honestly surprised I haven't read yet. And the plan is to go to Book People, which is actually the largest independent bookstore in Texas, and I can walk to it. It's a little bit far of a walk. It's like maybe a 20-minute walk from my apartment. I did want to dress really fall vibes, but also be weather appropriate since we're walking. So I have this cute little fall t-shirt that's from All Things Lillian. And then you can't really see it, but I'm also wearing shorts because it is unfortunately 92 degrees outside. Mother Nature is not helping us accumulate the fall vibes. So we'll have to curate our own fall vibes with the books that I buy. And also I just feel like every bookstore is so cute in fall. And I think I have been abusing the word fall vibes recently. So anyway, I feel like I'm all over the place. I did drink an Alani this morning, so I'm very high energy right now. All right, let me finish getting ready and then we will head to the bookstore. Tote bag would be the cutest, but backpack might be more practical if I'm walking home with a lot of books. I always feel like a little kid when I wear a backpack. But here's the final book shopping outfit of the day. Okay, let's go. I just got to the bookstore and I have a list of a few specific fall books that I want to get. So my plan is to first run around, get all the books on my list super fast, and then I'll do some casual, relaxed browsing, see what other fall books I can find that I may not even know exist. Okay, super efficient book shopping in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. While I was looking for book number 2 on my list, I did get distracted by the blind taste of the book. They had so many that sounded so cute for fall, particularly this one that said costume parties and knives out vibe. And I am gonna spoil what book number 2 is. It is Twilight. They had 2 special editions and I could not decide which special edition I wanted to get. So you'll have to wait till the haul at the end to see which version I got, but literally both were so stunning. And then I decided I should probably grab a basket because I know I was about to accumulate quite a few books. The next book on my list was in this section called Love at First Sight, New in Romance. And I couldn't tell if it was just new romance books or if all of the romance books in this section were the Love at First Sight trope, which kind of got me scared because I'm like, oh, I don't like the Love at First Sight trope, but grabbed the book anyway. And then I headed to the horror section. Okay, now back to cozy background music while browsing fall books. There was quite a few that looked really adorable. Baby Dragon Bakery looked so cute, and this Lynn Painter book that I was surprised I never heard of that also looked very cute. Had to light my pumpkin candles for some extra fall vibes. Now let's talk about the books I got yesterday. First up, we have Tourist Season by Bryn Weaver. This is the one that was in the Love at First Sight section, and I got scared because I'm like, I don't like Love at First Sight, but Bryn Weaver doesn't typically write Love at First Sight, and I ended up reading the synopsis, and it does say slow burn enemies to lovers, so I was like, thank God. And if you've never read a Bryn Weaver book before, she wrote the Ruinous Love trilogy, and I love that series so much, especially Butcher Blackbird was 5 stars for me. if you don't know, the characters are serial killers, but I typically don't like dark romance. However, I do love her books, and I think it's because it's more like dark humor, I would say. Like, she has a lot of fun with the characters, and they're using their serial killing for good, kind of like vigilante killers. And this is her newest book, Taurus season. And our main character, Harper, it says she's a skilled gardener with killer instincts, so I'm thinking another serial killer romance, because it says troublesome Taurus don't check out of carnage, they compost beneath Harper's award-winning flower beds, which sounds so fun. And then our male love interest is Nolan, and he's a Taurus. Okay, I wonder if she's gonna try and kill him. It says Nolan isn't your average Taurus. He's devilishly handsome, disarmingly charming, and skilled with a blade. He's relentless in the pursuit of revenge. Okay, wait, this is so fun because I hadn't read the whole synopsis before. It says, when an amateur true crime investigator comes to Cape Carnage, Harper and Nolan strike an uneasy truce. If Nolan helps Harper protect her town, she'll keep quiet about his hunting habits. This is a darkly funny, slow burn, enemies to lovers romance. Literally the perfect October romance to read. And it's also the book we're reading in my virtual book club this month. If you don't know, I have a book club on Fable. It's completely free to join, and we all vote on which book we want to read every single month, and Taurus season is the one that won for October. So if you want to come hang out and read this book with us, I always have my book club linked in the description below. And Fable just added some really cool features. Before, we would typically like just discuss the book that we're reading, but now there's discussion rooms. Basically, you can skip any current read and still be able to like hang out and chat with everyone, because I've added a bunch of discussion rooms where we can discuss different things. Like, I created one for talking about all of our favorite little cozy hobbies. There's one for just like general life chit chat, one to discuss other books that aren't our current read, ask for book recs, introduce yourself, all different kinds of chat rooms. And a huge thank you to Fable for sponsoring this video. I've had my book club on their platform for over 2.5 years now, which is crazy. That's such a long time. So yeah, genuinely been a longtime Fable user, and it's just so cute that every single month, like, me and thousands of you guys, we all get to buddy read books together. Like, is that not the best reading experience ever? Again, you can click the link in the description if you want to read it along with me and the rest of our book club. Next up, I did get Twilight. I really debated which special edition I wanted to get. I do kind of love the iconic classic cover. To be honest, part of me kind of wants to go back and also get that version, but I haven't even read the book, so I'm like, maybe I don't need two different versions of a book I've never even read before. But I ended up getting this one just because it seemed so unique. Let me show it to you guys. So we have pretty floral box, and then the book is so pretty and floral, and it has these gold sprayed edges. And what I think is really cool is if you open it up and look at it like from the right, the edges are Bella's face, so it's kind of one of those like holographic sprayed edges, if that makes sense. And then yeah, beautiful inside pages. And I cannot believe that I have never ever read Twilight in my life, so my goal is to read it probably in November, because I have a lot of spooky books that I'm already planning to read in October. And also, I only ever saw the first movie, so after reading book one, I will have no idea the plot of any of the rest of the books in the series. I feel like I'm like one of the last human girls on earth that has not read the books or watched all the movies. So definitely gonna make a reading vlog of me reading these books and then watching the movies for the first time. And I'm so excited to see what I'm gonna think of this series. Part of me is like, oh, I'll definitely like it. It's such a beloved series. But then on the other hand, I'm like, am I too old to love it? Is it gonna be a little more cringy to me? But either way, I think it'll be so fun. And then next, I got Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. I've been so excited for her new release to come out. I feel like this is gonna be a perfect like November read, since ice skating kind of giving like early winter vibes. And I actually don't know the plot. I just know Lynn Painter new release, auto buy. So let me read the synopsis. Okay, it's sounding like childhood friends to lovers. Cute. Okay, this is so many great tropes wrapped up all in one. So like I said, childhood friends to lovers. And he, it says, is the hockey star in a town where hockey players are worshipped like gods. And I'm pretty sure this is YA, a high school romance. So that also is so unique. I do think I remember seeing that whenever Lynn Painter announced this book, that she hadn't really seen too many books that were hockey romances but set in high school. Normally it's college, so she wanted to do a YA version of like the classic hockey romance. So I love that. It's such like a subtle but great twist on the traditional like hockey sports romance. And it's fake dating, which is one of my favorite tropes ever. My number one favorite trope, enemies to lovers, but second is fake dating. So I'm so excited. It just is like the best tension. And this one's kind of longer. It's over 400 pages, which I also feel like is kind of rare for Lynn Painter books. I'm hoping that means we also have a great slow burn. I love long romances. Not everybody does, but I think it just makes me so much more invested in the plot and the characters, and just gives so much time for a ton of tension to build. And then lastly, I got Misery by Stephen King. Through this book shopping, I'm really just revealing all the next videos I'm gonna film, but I'm planning to film a video reading horror books. Don't tell anyone, please be surprised whenever I post it. And Stephen King, obviously like the icon of horror. And I've read thriller books before that I guess like have kind of like hints of horror in them, but I don't think I've ever read a full-on classic horror book, and I definitely have never read a Stephen King book before, so I feel like this is gonna be a really iconic jump into the horror genre. It says our main character Paul, who is an author, gets into an automobile accident, and Annie, his #1 fan, finds him and also kidnaps him and wants him to write his next greatest work just for her. Oh gosh, okay, I see where the horror is coming in. Well, obviously she is his captor, so that's horror-esque, but it also says she has a lot of ways to spur on his writing. One is a needle, another is an axe, and then there's the blowtorch. I'm scared. I'm just very excited to see after I read this book if I just fall in love with the horror genre. That opens a huge range of a million more books that I could read and love. So I feel like it's so exciting and just perfect for the fall spooky season. And then it also occurred to me this morning that I should have also bought Fearful by Lauren Roberts, because that is her most recent release. It's a novella that's a part of the Powerless trilogy, which is one of my favorite series of all time. Like, I loved it so much. And I believe this one is more so Kit's story, and I feel like it's gonna give us a lot of unanswered questions about the series, since Kit was never the main character, he was a side character. So just getting to know more about him and like what was going on in his head and like his POV, I think is gonna be really, really interesting. There's a little more to the synopsis than that, but obviously I don't want to spoil anything. And then I also got one more book in the mail. Entangled Publishing very kindly sent me this book for this haul, which is so nice of them. And it sounds like also gonna be a perfect fall read. It's called Ship of Spells, and it's a romantasy book that also involves pirates, and I don't think I've read any book with pirates, at least not like pirates as the main characters. Maybe I read a fantasy where there is pirate side characters. I feel like that's going to be so fun. I love anytime I read anything that's new to me. Our main character's name is Wren, and it says she's rescued from the wreckage of her first naval post and wakes aboard the Touchstone, which is a mythical vessel that has a crew of misfits, which I love that setup already, including a mysterious elven captain who has a mission. And it says that Wren also carries a secret that everybody wants, a mysterious magic that's also slowly killing her, which again, like, unique twist. I don't think I've really read that in a book where someone's magic is killing her. Like, how does that work? And it also says there's privateers, princes, and spies. And it says that it's found family, enemies to lovers, and a sentient ship who has opinions. I love that. Like, how sentient is this ship? Such a fun combo of like tropes, plot points, and sounds very like mystical, magical, romantasy for fall. Oh my gosh, I literally just went to stop recording this video and then realized I forgot to show you guys one more bookish thing that I got. Not a book, but I got this book candle. Is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen? I feel like I have a lot of cool carved candles, like skull candle, pumpkin candle, but I've never in my life seen this detailed of a candle before with all the books. Like, this is so cool to me. I did not get this one at Book People where I got the other books. I went to Lark and Owl over the last weekend, which is another local bookstore in Austin. It's in Georgetown. Lark and Owl is one of, if not my favorite Austin bookstore, because not only do they have books, but they have so many cool like artisan items or like other kind of like bookshelf decor sold by, I think, all local like artists, crafters, things like that, which I think is so fun. Like, there's just so much to look at. And I was just there because my mom, who, if you watch my channel, you know she makes her own crocheted bookmarks and tote bags. She's now selling her crocheted items at Lark and Owl. So if you are local to Austin and want a cute bookstore to go to, just genuinely love Lark and Owl. And also, if you want to check out my mom's crocheted bookish items in person, they are now at Lark and Owl. But yeah, anyway, I think this is so cool. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet because my bookshelf is in full fall mode, and I don't know if this quite matches the color scheme, so I might put it on one of my other bookshelves in my apartment, but I think this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And that is all 5 books for my little mini fall book haul. I'm curious, what books are you guys planning to read this fall? I have so many I want to read, literally including all of these books I just got, and I already have quite a few books on my physical TBR that are great fall vibes as well. So honestly, you may catch me just reading fall books all November and December. Maybe I'll be skipping Christmas and winter reads this year and just extending the fall spirit as long as I can because it's such a great season. No, I'm just kidding, kind of. But yeah, I'm ready to enter my cozy mystery thriller romantasy fall bookish era for at least the next month or two. All right, and with that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.